Welcome back to the Tide Hanger. This is Mike coming at you with the Gear Factory Gale TFP Dreadwing modified version. This is an upscaled version of the APC Dreadwing, and I like the color. I think it looks pretty nice. It's a good looking figure overall, and this is one that was sent out to me from Show Z for review sample because thanks to you guys for putting TH and support the reviewer, help the channel out, and helps get a couple of things like this to check out that I might not normally check out. But I will have a link down below where you can get yours at Show Z Store. But let's go in and take a look at this guy. Also says Bolt Airfighter on the box. We'll get into all of that coming up. Here's the box. It says Bolt, the Air Fighter, and it says it on the side. And there is that. Line work, line drawing stuff. What we talk about is Robo Fighter in hidden modes. Now, let's take a look at this guy. I already have him armored up, and so I kind of spared you the unboxing. But yeah, looks really good armored up with these swords that he comes with, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good overall. I like the shine to it and the blue. I like the golden accents that are on there. And there's this huge cannon that comes with them. My understanding is that big giant cannon on his shoulder was sort of like an aftermarket thing, but now they're just including it also with this. So that's kind of helpful. Let's get in real good here on a little weak on that hip there. Get in good on that face sculpt, which is exactly what I remember. Now, these are light piped, and I should have grabbed... Well, it's not too late. It's never too late to do anything, right? Grab that handy dandy flashlight here, and we can see his eyes lighting up. Oh, mean from behind. And yeah, pretty cool looking overall. I wonder if this cockpit... No, it does not open up. I was trying to open that up. That's not an opening feature on that thing, but still pretty cool. Another thing I wonder, these, I would think he'd be able to hold his swords, but I don't see holes in them. No way to hold the sword. I don't get that. That's strange. And I also believe there's a handle on here so that we could, because I have him holding the sword. I guess I'm just manhandled it in there. But yeah, let's get this handle so it's proper. Like there, I was just thinking there's got to be a way for his swords to be on the sides there where those tabs are. How does this work? Goes in like, it's got to go in like this or something, and then fold this around. Yeah, that's maybe I'm backwards on it. So go in like this. Oh, there seems to be, it's kind of slide it in like that. There's got to be an easier way to skin that cat there. And then now we have this sword, which will go into his hand right here. So I don't know if you were actually supposed to put it in his hand the way I had it, but there we go. You got his other sword going on there. And looking down, got these little things here for accents. We've got his feet right there, and yeah, let's get into these other accessories. We've looked at some swords. Here's the cannon that does this, and let's look at some other accessories, and we will actually do more with that cannon here in just a bit. Probably the coolest accessory he comes with is this little communicator that he has, and he holds it well, and you see him talking in communicators and stuff. You used to call me on my cell phone late at night when you need energon. You used to call me on my cell phone. Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Hanging around with girls that I don't know. But can you hook me up with that one over there with the thick thighs? And then he has this bomb, which he can look like he's throwing it, and you can get him in this nice like forward step. He's about to throw it kind of pose. That's pretty cool. But it comes with two of them. And you can also store them on his wings right here. And there's no reason you can't store them on both modes. Store it here. let's say you decide you just want to, like, oh, I don't know, stick a sword on there. You can do that too. Or you could put a sword, there we go, in this hole on the back. So a lot of options there for this guy for some weapon storage and accessories. Then you also can say, well, what if I want to change out his head? And you can change out his head. Now he's got two other heads, and let's see how hard this is. Oh, it's pretty easy actually. Sometimes it gets a little challenging. This one here, he looks a little less happy. Yeah, and then, oh, my neck. All right, it's part of the transformation. I partially untransformed it to swap heads, and normally swapping heads is less enjoyable than this, but hey, that head actually looks pretty good. I can always see this as being like a smirky kind of character here, and then we'll have to deconstruct the sword again to get his cannon in his hands. And it looks about like this. So you've got two handles in there. You can put this hand here on that handle and this hand on that handle. You can handle it, Dreadwing it, or however you want to do it. All right, now for articulation, head side to side. You can go way up with that neck if you mistransform it, untransform it, partially untransform it. Get the shoulder pad out of the way. You can go to the 90, maybe a little higher. 360 on the shoulder without the shoulder pad in the way. Bicep swivel. Hands. Wait, is it double jointed? Let's see. Is it? Let's get that. Looks. No, not double jointed. I'm not seeing. Hands nice and tight. And they have some typewriter finger open and closing on. Well, it's a modified version. Oh, let's get that shoulder back up there. Waist swivel. I'm not seeing it. Ab crunch, not seeing it. I'm disconnecting it though. Disconnect. No disconnect. And then nice tight joint to the side on the hip. Not quite to the 90. To the front, not quite to the 90. Back to the 90. Thigh swivel. Very, very little. Not as much as we're used to. And then not much knee going on there. Got a huge lower leg, kind of gets in the way of itself, and you got the toe up and down, no side to side. So still kind of, well, you know, articulation of the era. He requested a photo shoot. He wanted to be shown with the ladies, and I guess he's a ladies' man. I didn't know that. I didn't watch the Prime series all the way through, so that's a good point that we all must take with us. Let's see how he fits in with Megatron. Megatron! Oh, here he is next to Megatron. Oh, gonna need a little bit more. So he is shorter than even I guess the Prime version of Megatron. Definitely shorter than Masterpiece. This is mainline scale anyway. And here he is next to both Optimus Primes. Don't worry about the RCs back there. They're fine. They're just resting. But Fans Toys and good old Magic Square. All right, let's get a little bit of transformation here. We can pull his head up out of the way. And we could disconnect all of this. And we are going to put his head down because it's going to tuck in when we do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to pull this up, this down. And we've got these side pieces on sliders that'll come down. Tab into themselves, nice and tight. And slide down. All of that good stuff. Then what we're going to do is we're going to proceed to taking these side pieces and articulating them down to tab in. That was a little harder than I thought it'd be, but we got to get this all the way in here to get these to tab in. It's got to be aligned just right. Or the tab don't want to tab, so there it goes to tab in. Coming back from the back here, push this tiny piece up all the way. And then this part with the head needs to get aligned with that. And did I not get that properly aligned? We've got to align that. Oh, get the head back under there. Do it from this angle. Get the head under there. And this will line up You know you got it. Then you got it. There it goes. It's kind of right there. Then fold this down, and then these pieces are going to come up. I might as well take these off. They're just going to fall off. These bombs are going to fall off as we go through this. Bring this up. And this will align into here. Same here. Bring it up and get it all to tab in. It's already coming together pretty clean, pretty quick, pretty early in the game. And then these will fold down. Then this will come down and tab in, kind of like so. And that's already got the top of the ship. Now we got to get down here and do some stuff. So we're gonna, not what I wanted to do. So we're about here, and I guess I wasn't recording a little bit of this stuff, so kind of silly. But we are going to undo this, and that'll open up this. But let's go ahead and take care of these feet real quick. Kind of a good point in time. Lift up the gold piece in the back, tucks the feet away, then we can fold this down and just set it up because these are going to connect later. So you have the feet ready to go. We're going to lift this up out of the way. We're going to close up the hands, which we could have done earlier. You open up this panel here, close up the hands. And we're going to rotate this down and in itself at the same time. And you want the nicer part, like the more decorative part, facing down, or right now in our perspective, facing up. And these have to rotate as you're going. They both rotate in. You want the tab and the slot exposed so that you can get them tabbed in. And if you're slick, I feel like I'm doing it with one hand. I'm holding with one hand and doing it with one hand. So there we go with this. Now this will tab in to here and here. Tabs and tabs. Tabs and things. Now, this is the point where you'd probably pop this open, slide these like this, and then this is going to come up here like so, and that's going to end up tabbing into there. And we're going to bring these up and out. And so you want to tab these tabs into those slots. Probably not making it look as graceful. It's supposed to be more graceful than this, Mike. There it goes. Into those slots, like so. Let's see if I can show this here. There's this leg, you fold it to line up where this tab right here goes into this slot on the wing. And that makes it nice and stable. Stabler. And then this will tab in right here. And then do the same thing on the other side. I think it actually makes it a little easier if you just line this piece and tab this in, and then just press on it. It'll all be right. That little tab there will line up itself if you just have that in. So, and I think we're done. Yes, we're done. You can bring down the landing gear, which are part of the feet and part of this here. And you got Dreadwing in alt mode. And I think it's a pretty nice looking alt mode. Actually, it's fairly convincing as a real ship. Airplane? Jet plane? I don't think I showed this. I think this, I'm not sure if this is supposed to stay down. Nope, it's not. Whoa. There, put that like that. Looks kind of good. I keep accidentally putting my finger on this when I'm doing stuff and pushing this neck piece in. So that's a downside to it. You can armor it up with the bombs. You can make it da bomb with the bombs. And then, yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty good looking ship overall. And it's got some stuff here Look, I don't know, does it look like bullet holes? Is that exhaust? Something along those lines. But yeah, pretty cool looking overall. For all the stuff that this does, I really thought this canopy would open. I really did. Just because it's made of clear plastic, just looks like something they would have done with it. Have an opening canopy on it, but would have just been more work and probably something else that could have broken. But let's look at what we can do with the rest of these accessories. We can accessorize. So I guess none of that matters because you got a tab here and you've got a 5mm port. If you got a hole, let's fill it. There it goes. And that does not look great to me. It's not something I would be concerned about. But you can always do the swords thing where, I don't know if I can get it back in there the second time. Yeah, there it goes. Do the swords thing. I wonder if this one will fit in here. Oh, you gotta take the bombs out, Mike. Now you gotta take the bombs out to do this. But I guess this one won't tab in, will it? But this one will tab in. Right here. And that works. So, really thought that there was going to be a way to tab this one in too, but I was wrong. Alright, then I guess you could do this. Oh, yeah, that would work. There you go. That works. That's crazy. That is insane. That's just insane. Here we go with a Cybertronian Thundercracker. I don't know why I've just got Thundercrackers. And in their alt mode. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how that just ended up happening over the years. Because I don't open every figure. I'm pretty sure. I don't even have another Tetra. I should have loaded up on those Tetra Jets. Those are really cool. But there we go with kind of an Earthrise. You get size comparison. Looks a little shorter, but way fatter than kind of a G1. G1's longer, but this thing is way beefier and chunkier. I mean, the overall figure is even way beefier and chunkier. Alright, so this is my look at the gear. Factory Gale TFP AM-20. Is it AM-22? Dreadwing. Modified version. He is oversized, overscaled, bigger, modified, given some hand action to do some stuff. And it looks pretty cool. It's a fun little figure. The transformation is a little weird. This was from the era of transformations where kids had to ask their parents for help back in the day. But anyway, I'm curious what you guys think about this. I got this from Show Z Store. Thanks to Show Z Store for sending it out. Take a look at. Really like the figure. And also, I can give you a link down below where you can get yours if you're interested in this guy. But also let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about this whole era of Transformers? Like and subscribe, and Ted Jerem Hanger out. I know why you hot-wired me. It can only mean one thing. You can't transform.